What is up, guys? Jedi Warrior back again with another Lego Star Wars review. This is Anakin's custom Jedi starfighter from the 2015 wave. It's from the 2003 Clone Wars show before the Clone Wars show came out in 2008. Its in-universe name is Azure Angel, which Azure is blue and this is a blue and white starfighter, so it works. But for figures, you get Anakin, R2-D2, and Asajj Ventress. Anakin is pretty sure he's the Clone Wars version of Anakin. He didn't use the Clone Wars art style, thank God, because the eyes on those were just weird. But he also uses the more flat hair, almost like what they use for Han Solo nowadays, or used for him back in the day. They don't anymore, sadly. But I don't care for that hairstyle because I can't tell the difference between him and a Clone Wars Obi-Wan. They use the same hairstyle, so I wouldn't know who I was playing with. But he does look good. He's got his blue lightsaber, as always, and like I've got no. That is the hair is the only problem I have with this Anakin. On every other part of it, he looks good. He has the scar across his face, or up the side of his face, where from Ventress. I think she slashed him. I haven't actually seen the original Clone Wars show, but he looks good. And R2, again, he's been in my last two reviews. Same R2 as usual. Pretty much nothing different. Just blue torso, or blue head, gray torso, a lot of detailing on the head. You can see his radar eye, or his sensor eye, and a lot of detailing for like the compartments and stuff that opened on him. And then Asajj Ventress, she is a special case. She's an exclusive figure. She has two red lightsabers with the curved hilt in chrome. She's bald, which I didn't realize at first. She's got like a black vest on with I'm pretty certain she's wearing like leather clothes. Both black, and then her face has detailing for the scarring on her face, which I think is mostly like tattoos. Not really tattoos, but sort of. But this figure I like. I like Ventress. I like the character, especially from the 2008 Clone Wars. But she's always been a cool character. Now on to the Starfighter. Starting at the cockpit, you have a bubble canopy. It lifts up. You have a lot of room in there. The sides of the cockpit, the way it's built, the bottom on either side of him is open. You could drop his lightsaber through there if you wanted to. There is a couple of clips for his lightsaber, and when you put it in those clips, it's really concealed. You have a hard time getting it out sometimes. It's got a control panel in there. You can close the canopy over it. The back has a fin sticking up off the back of it, like not a rudder, but it's more like a design detail. And you might notice on yours that the whole cockpit section, starting from just behind R2's socket here, which, you know what, that's not an R2, that's like a red R2 unit. I don't know the exact designation of him. But starting from just behind the R2 socket, it's loose. Whoops, I'm a spring-loaded shooter. That's because in the Clone Wars show, the early one, that whole thing, you'd hit the eject lever and that whole thing would just blast off backwards. But the R2 socket is just forward of the cockpit. Goes in sideways as usual. The wings on either side Both have the decorative fin coming out from the back. Each have 4 guns and 4 spring-loaded shooters. This dude is loaded with weaponry. On the bottoms of the engines, which the engines run from all the way from the front to the back, which I thought was a cool design. On the bottom of the engines, you have the rubber pieces, and you slide the extra spring-loaded shooters in there, and they kind of hang below the engines. There's a landing foot on the bottom between the engines. It's actually right behind their hookup on the front of the ship. The front steering fins can angle out, and they're on ball joints, so you can get them into some crazy angles. I typically keep mine in the angled back position where the fronts are splayed open. It would actually be like a slowing down or like a slow position, but it also works best for storage. But there's a Republic symbol. No, it's a gear design on the left wing. I think there is a Republic symbol on both. You can actually angle the wings down, which I think is more accurate. There. I think that's a little more accurate. I think they're supposed to be angled down just slightly. But that's going to mess with your connections for them. So I leave them up normal. Hang on with the gun. But definitely a good set. $40 retail. I don't know how many pieces were in it. Like I always say, I don't keep the boxes. I like the set, especially like Ventress. When I actually got this, a little bit of a funny story, I thought it was Anakin's Starfighter from the movie, and I got this, I said, that is not the Starfighter. I actually thought the Starfighter and the Interceptor, for the longest time, I thought this was the Interceptor, and the one I just reviewed earlier, the red and yellow one, was the Starfighter. I was wrong. But that's it for now. Peace out.